From the moment you walk into our center, you will feel this is the place where you can finally relax and share your story. We want to help you succeed and achieve excellence in your life. We want to help you take care of yourself. We want to share with you the sacred secret of happiness. A new you awaits within.
One question we get very often is, what does the hypnotic state feel like? If you've never been hypnotized and you're coming in here for, to achieve a particular objective in your life, and we're going to be using hypnosis to achieve that objective, of course you're interested in finding out what does the hypnotic state feel like. Now imagine this. You're familiar with being awake and you're familiar with being asleep. Now imagine a state that is a mixture of both. Imagine that you're both asleep, dreaming, and awake at the same time. Normally we don't experience that, right? But imagine a combination of both simultaneously. So here you are, very relaxed, in a comfortable setting. You're relaxed, you're listening to a voice, a very soothing voice, kind of washing over you, and you feel comfortable, you feel open to those suggestions, and you're kind of imagining your life already having achieved your goals and having solved whatever situation you came here for, and you're kind of seeing that in your mind, which would be analogous to dreaming. But at the same time, notice you're listening to the therapist and you know where you are. You're perfectly aware of everything that's happening in the environment around you. In fact, in some cases, you are much more aware of your surroundings than in the regular awake state. You're more in tune with different sounds, with different situations, and in fact, you can tell if your therapist is walking around the room. Sometimes they pace back and forth, or if he or she is sitting on a chair, you can tell because you're awake, you're aware of everything that's happening. And the most important part of this question is, what happens if my ears hear a suggestion that I don't believe is in my best interest to accept? The interesting thing about that is that you don't have to accept it. Even in the deepest of all hypnotic states, you do have the option not to accept the suggestion. You can simply not accept it. The acceptance of a hypnotic suggestion is actually an active process. You have to tell yourself, yes, I like that, in order for the suggestion to have an effect upon you. So it is a mixture between being awake and being asleep in a very comfortable way, but it's a state. The hypnotic state is one in which you're always aware of your environment. You're aware of your inner world, and you're also aware of your outer world. And that's why we call it a state of duality of awareness. You're both as though you were dreaming or asleep and also awake simultaneously. Great question.